Good morning. I am Dr. Ambily, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering in Savida Engineering College. Today I will give a presentation on ground improvement by prefabricated vertical drains. So, what is the need for ground improvement? India has very large coastline with thick marine clay deposits. Due to large-scale industrialization and urbanization, and due to the scarcity of land, we are forced to use such coastal lines with problematic soils. Means where the soil is having less strength characteristics. So, how can we tackle such situation? Here I have made one reflection spot question. Can you think of different ways to make use of the land with problematic soil for construction of structure? You can pause the video, think for a minute and for the answer, and keep the answer in your mind and then continue watching the video. Now, let us see how we can tackle such situation. The different options available if we have to do construction on such problematic soils is, the first one is removal and replacement. That means if the topsoil of 2 or 3 meters is problematic or having less strength characteristics, then remove that soil completely and replace it with good soil giving adequate compaction. But this method is suitable only if the depth of problematic soil is 2 to 3 meters, beyond which huge quantity of earthwork will be involved in the whole process, and the method will become uneconomical. The second option is going for deep foundations, in which the problematic soil is not used or its characteristics are not used. So the whole load from the superstructure is transferred to a deep, strong soil strata using concrete deep foundations such as piles, piers, well foundations or casings. But many times, if the depth of this problematic soil is large, then the deep foundations will become costly. So the third option is to go for ground improvement methods. That is, the soil shear characteristics can be improved by different methods to the extent required so that it can support the superstructure load. Let us see what are the different methods of ground improvement available. I have listed the different methods here: compaction methods, vibration methods, stabilization of soil using admixtures, grouting, use of geosynthetics, pre-compression methods with or without vertical drains. Out of the different methods, I'll be explaining about pre-compression method in detail. This pre-compression method of ground improvement is suitable to improve soft clay deposits. So what is the problem with soft clay deposits? The presence of huge amount of water is a main problem with soft clay deposits. To understand the problem, I have made a microscopic view of a soil grains with water here. So when such soils are loaded with a pressure, some part of the load will be transferred through intergranular contact, whereas the other part of the load will go to the pore water, which is called pore water pressure. Pore water pressure is not effective in taking the load. So as soon as the pore water pressure develops, the water will try to move out of that area. So in the course of water going out, the soil settles. In case of clays, the permeability of clay is very, very less. So movement of water will also be with very less velocity, and hence it takes long time. And all this time, the soil will slowly settle. So if we construct a structure on soft clay, the settlement process will continue for a long time due to the removal of pore water. And the settlement also is going to be excessive or beyond the permissible limits. So how can we solve the problems? We can solve the problem if we can remove this pore water. So that is done by the method of pre-compression. As the word means, the soil is pre-compressed using suitable load before the construction of actual superstructure, and the water is removed, and after the removal of water and the achievement of settlement, the pre-load is removed and the actual structure is constructed over the soil. Since for the structural load already the settlement is achieved, the post-construction settlement will be very, very less or will be within the permissible limits. Now, based on this video, I have made 2 LVD questions. So after viewing the video, you can attempt the LVD question.